Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. My name is PIMCO, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about, of Bitcoin, which broke its all-time high yesterday. So things looking very, very great. The second thing I would like to talk about is Bitcoin futures ETF hits 1 billion AUM in a record-breaking 2 days. So a new record from futures ETF. And the third thing I would like to discuss is that asset manager PIMCO plans to buy even more crypto, and they have assets for the managing assets for 2.2 trillion US dollars. So they are kind of big guys, and they gain in crypto will continue. Okay, guys, all this in today's video. And if you would like to get the fresh daily cryptocurrency and blockchain news, you would like to keep yourself up to date, which is, I think, crucial. You should definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Boom, because I'm bringing you the freshest news every weekday. Also, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and check out the links under the video. For instance, there's a free course, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and many useful links. For instance, if you register at cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, Coinbase, FTX, and so on and so forth, you get nice discounts with those links, so check them out. Okay, and now it's time to move on to the market, where we can see that yes, Bitcoin is at the moment also higher than its previous all-time high was. It is above 65,000 US dollar, 65,143 exactly. So almost 2% increase in the last 24 hours. Ethereum also above 4,164 at the moment, almost 8% up. When we're looking at the top gainers, we can see Solana going up 19%, Nexo almost 19%, Flow 15%. And when we're looking at the losers, well, no losers for today. Guys, this is definitely a great day what we're experiencing right now. And yes, here is the Bitcoin chart. Here you can see this candle right here, and you can see that it went up all the way to $67,016. So actually it just went over 67. Of course, after that was a tiny little pullback, but again, things looking great. And look, right now, when we're looking at the Bitcoin price, and let's move this one to the right level, actually, we're just 52% away from 100,000. So if we're looking at this as a major target, we can reach maybe at the end of this year or maybe next year, beginning of next year. Then this we are just 52,000 away, and what's that? 52% away. And yes, we have done that, recently and not that long ago. So it's totally possible. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, looking very nice and healthy. When we're experiencing a kind of pullback, that would be healthy as well. Going back to the levels around 60, going back to the levels about 58. No shame with that. And here are nice support levels. But on the other hand, things looking very bullish. And now let's talk about that. Oh no, before we go ahead, we should check out Ethereum, because Ethereum is also right now just about full 5% away of its all-time high. Bitcoin did it. The next one will be probably Ethereum, because the alts are, as you can see, also doing quite well. So yes, we have talked about the Bitcoin dominance, that the Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Now Bitcoin break the all-time high, but now a little bit, stopped going sideways, still staying above it. And then the alt started to, go up. Solana 19% and some others. Very, very nice gains. Okay, but now let's move on to the first news, which is basically Bitcoin all-time high. So I partly talked about it. And yes, it's very important to looking at this Bitcoin chart. And okay, let's talk about all-time high. Right, and let's share the screen again. Because yes, I went into Bitcoin already a little bit. I could leave it to this news. But yes, guys, this is very important to understand what we have here right now. That people after this April peak were panicking. These are just the recent panics. And basically right now, whenever you bought Bitcoin in the history, in the past, you are even at least, but definitely having some profits. So if you bought Bitcoin before yesterday, all the way back to the start, you have made gains. And this is very important. You have to looking at the big picture. Looking at this. If you see here, this is 2019. If you, well, let's go back here like this. This is, here, 2017. This was the previous all-time high back then. After we had this bear market, then everybody felt like a loser who bought at 20,000 and said like, oh man, what did I do? Why did I buy it? And many, many people have sold. Basically, those who haven't sold waited until December last year, and then they were back on track. After that, nice gains, triple that. Well, guess what? Now, people said, oh, I bought Bitcoin at 60,000. Bad thing. I never will get it back. They sold it. You have seen how many people sold Bitcoin when it was going down with losses, obviously. That's what I would like to say. So they bought it on a higher price, and then they sold it when it was lower. And now we're back above, actually, the previous all-time high. What was the point of selling it? And history, it has repeated itself so many times, and Bitcoin just going up and up and up. So this is when we're talking about diamond hands. If you're getting into crypto, if you're getting into Bitcoin, you just have to understand it. If you're talking about, shit coins and the shady old coins, it's a totally different scenario. Of course, you don't need diamond hands for those because they might never come back. But now this is the case of Bitcoin, and this is totally different. So this is what we have to understand with this new all-time high, that again, history shows it. And now it's so easy to look back that, oh guys, yeah, sure, we're back. But we spent here 6 months between. 6 months to facing it every single day that your investment is lower, it's painful. When you're looking at the big picture and you're looking at nice memories, then you say like, okay, whatever, yeah, here it was terrible, but yeah, after it's fine. So time heals everything, basically. And this is what I always highlight, always look the bigger picture. Because when the price is going down, where there is like panic on the market, something happening, it was a China fund, it was the pandemic, it was whatever, you name it, then you always have to think big, and you have to be aware, yes, you might have a period in front of us, which will be a down period, but what you can do then, you can buy the dip. Yes. But what people, most of them do, they don't buy the dip, they selling it actually on the worst price than they bought it, and now they're angry that why it came back. Well, so far it always came back. So this is, I think, a very important thing to highlight. And why is Bitcoin bullish? Because Bitcoin actually doing well, and this ETF thing, this Bitcoin ETF futures, actually the first one hit a new record. So let's talk about that. Now, one of them, it was, of course, approved, and it was launched on the New York Stock Exchange. This is the ProShares Bitcoin ETF. More to come, but about that in a second. But look, Bitcoin Futures ETF hit 1 billion AUM, asset under management, in a record-breaking 2 days. So the ProShares Bitcoin ETF has beaten an 18-year-old record for the fastest fund to $1 billion AUM. And Bito easily surpassed the previous record holder, a gold-based fund with the ticker GLD, which took 3 days to hit the $1 billion mark back in 2004. So this is gold what we're talking about. And you know, many cases we compare Bitcoin to gold as digital gold. And now Bitcoin is so hot, it broke the record, which that one has reached 18 years ago in 3 days. Now we're talking about 2 days. So yes, I think this is very important to talk about how big welcome it have received on the market. Okay, let's move on. Another one, Valkyrie Bitcoin futures ETF is also allowed, and it's going to be launched on Friday this week. So the second one will kick in. Let's see how that performs, and this can actually even pump up the market more. So things looking positive, but this is not enough. Then we have another one. We have the OneEck Bitcoin futures ETF also being approved. This one, it's probably here says that the SEC has given the company permission to launch its fund after the 23rd of October. Saturday trading will begin as soon as practicable after effective date, which suggests Monday on the 25th. So next week, Monday, the third one can kick in. This is how fast we're growing. And now we're talking about 3 Bitcoin futures ETF, which is the garbage one. So guess what? If this is an effect on the market like this, imagine what a spot ETF can have in the future. And this will come also sooner or later. Right. And now let's move on to the third news. And the third news is about asset manager, which is handling 2.2 trillion US dollar. This is PIMCO, and they getting bigger in crypto as well. And now definitely institutional money is going into crypto. This is the main one which moves the crypto market, not the retail investors, now institutional investors. And many big guys. This is just another example. Asset manager with $2.2 trillion in value, what they manage. PIMCO plans to buy more crypto. So what they said is that this will be a gradual process where we spend a lot of time on the internal diligence slide, speaking to investors, and we will take baby steps in an area that's rapidly growing. So they getting in and in and in. So of course, we're not talking about they pushing 2.2 trillion into the crypto market. No, it has nothing to do with that. What they say that they would like to get in and having a stronger and bigger position step by step. And here you can see that it was founded back in 1971, and PIMCO is one of the world's largest asset manager focused on active fixed income securities. So the firm's assets under management is total 2.2 trillion. This is what was the data on the 31st of December at the end of last year. And another thing to point out, that September survey from European investment manager Nickel Digital Asset Management revealed that nearly 2/3, we're talking about 62%, of global institutional investors with zero exposure to crypto plan to make their first investment within 12 months. So this was in September. So we're talking about many institutional investors who don't have crypto at that point, or whenever that survey was made back in September. They planning 2/3 of them to get into crypto. So this is all money into crypto. Very important to point out that if you're looking at this here at the top, the market cap of crypto, it's growing. You know, when we had this fixed market cap and we see that Bitcoin market cap is going up, alt's down, and vice versa, then basically it's money flowing from altcoins to Bitcoin, from Bitcoin to altcoin, back and forth. But when we see that the market cap of total it's growing, and you know, this is like definitely a bigger number than a couple of days ago. That means that the money flowing into the crypto market. You name it. So it's not stable coin they keep it. No, it's actually fiat money getting into crypto. This is what we're experiencing, and the whole market cap it's gaining. So guys, altogether, things looking promising. Obviously, I accept a pullback after a while. because we're going up very nicely. But now let's see how things perform. Now even altcoins perform nicely. It still can continue that the Bitcoin dominance will increase, but actually things looking positive for the last quarter and maybe even for the beginning of next year. But this is too far to go. Let's move just step by step. First focus on October now, then on November, and so on and so forth. So that's it for today. If you like this kind of content, smash the like button and also subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to get this daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, because I'm bringing them for you every weekday. You know, subscribe, bell button. Oh, that's the only thing you have to do. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.